If you remember from previous weeks, schemas are psychological principles that are kind of like underlying beliefs people have and they develop. And we've been talking about 11 schemas in particular that were discussed by Dr. Young and Dr. Klosko in their book Reinventing Your Life. And I've taken a lot of their principles and some other principles on schemas and created this Primal Persuasion idea where we take these schemas and identify the predominant schemas in your marketplace, and that allows us to create really solid stories that resonate with your market. So let's talk about some of the characteristics that define the mistrust schema so maybe you can identify them in your marketplace. These people tend to believe people are going to hurt you, betray you, and use you. They're on guard all the time. They believe not only will people close to you betray you, that they are more likely to betray you. They have this underlying belief that people secretly mean harm. And even when someone does something nice for them, their mind searches for a reason why. In general, they're hyper vigilant. How do you know if the people in your market suffer from mistrust schemas? Here's some indications. They expect people to hurt them. They believe it's only a matter of time before they'll be betrayed. They're on guard all the time. They expect to be taken advantage of. Therefore, they're less likely to believe your copy. They're angry about past harm. If you're in a market that people tend to keep coming back to, like weight loss, health, that kind of thing, they're angry about the times they have actually paid or believed that someone's going to help them and they didn't. Oftentimes they'll set up tests to see if they can trust people. Common markets with mistrust schemas, you're going to find that in the finance, the health, like I said, weight loss. There could be some areas of the dating niche, but really just look back and think about, do the people in my market generally have these indicators? And there's going to be a strong correlation between those indicators and those who suffer from mistrust. Some stories that'll work for you. A lot of times stories where you confirm fears, like yes, the doctors are out to get you, yes, your financial advisor's out to get you, your accountant's out to get you. That resonates with them. Like I said before, be sure to use a ton of proof because they're going to need it. And it never hurts to give them a good guarantee, solid, like an amazing guarantee for these folks. Let's take a look at a couple of pieces of copy really quick to give you an example. I'm using a site called swiped.co. They're great. They've got a lot of a swipe file basically, and I highly recommend it. But here's a great one from Bottom Line Health, and they just nailed the mistrust schema immediately. This is all about doctors, laboratories, and pharmacies all screwing up and hurting people. Right here in bold, dangerous misdiagnosis, laboratory errors, improper prescriptions, how 3 out of 4 doctors fail to tell patients the toxic side effects of drugs they prescribe. Doctors always think twice about recommending toxic drugs or dangerous surgeries for their families. We're right at verifying the mistrust. And in this market in particular really eats that up. Another one is this one right here, Banker's Dirty Little Secrets. This guy is a former banker, so he's going to get ready to tell you all the dirt, all the ways that bankers screw you over. Very effective. In summary, people who suffer from the mistrust schema are extremely vigilant in protecting themselves from betrayal. They don't believe new claims or old claims that have failed them. So what you need to do is craft your stories by verifying their fear. You can give them an enemy that proves them right. You can even agitate their anger. Like, for example, the sample with the doctors, talking about how they don't prescribe the same things for their families and ask them to do surgeries nearly as readily as they will someone else. Make sure you give them tons of proof and give them a great guarantee. And that sums up the mistrust schema. If you have any questions, you can contact me through funnelcopyexperts.com. Thanks.